In 2008, it became really clear that Barack Obama had been having sex with men and smoking crack.
Over the weekend, an insane clip of Tucker Carlson exposing Obama's dirty, dirty secret just resurfaced. And let me tell you, this is crazy. Not only that, but Obama is going mega viral and trending on X after getting exposed multiple times for being Biden's puppet master. We have words from Trump, Tucker Carlson, Adam Smith, Charlie Kirk, and so many more exposing Obama that will all be in this video. And of course, the clip about Obama's promiscuous secret that is going nuclear on X will be at the end, so stay tuned for that. I promise you don't want to miss this one. So let's just get right into it. The first clip I'm going to show you guys today is from Donald Trump himself, and this was from a rally he did in South Carolina. Trump himself literally admits that he thinks Obama is the one running the country and not Joe Biden. So let's just take a look at this. And just a little heads up, guys, I am watching this video in 1.25 speed just so we can get everything done a little bit faster, because this video, we have a ton of information. So let's just get right into this.
I don't think he knows what the hell he's doing anyway, so. I always say by the people that surround him, or by, sometimes I'll interchange, I'll say by Barack Hussein Obama. Barack Hussein. But every time I say that, the fake news, oh, that's a lot of fake news back there. The fake news. Every time I say it, anytime I want to have a little fun, Governor, we have fun sometimes, even though the country's going to hell, we have to have a little bit of fun. But every time I interchange Barack Hussein Obama, remember Rush Limbaugh? He'd go, Barack Hussein Obama. I wonder what he was getting at. But every time I do interchanging, we do a little interchanging, they say, he doesn't know who the president is. He thinks it's Barack Obama. I say, no, but I think Barack Obama has a lot to do with running the country right now, and we can't let that happen. He has a lot to do with it. The other day got caught. I do the imitation where Biden can't find his way off the stage, right? He can't find the stairs. Well, right there I got one, I have two, I got three, and I could jump off the back or off the front if we had to, right?
So a quick funny clip from Trump absolutely destroying Obama, and Biden was definitely caught in the crossfire there. But that's Trump himself saying that Barack Obama has a ton to do with running the country. However, this is the softest evidence we have for today. Chris Stigl posted this clip onto his X account. This clip amassed 5.3 million views and went absolutely nuclear. Now, this clip is a little older. Again, we will get into the more relevant stuff that just dropped in this video, but I did want to show you guys this. He tweeted, "This is, without peer, the most humiliating, emasculating thing I've watched. Obama and Harris literally ignored Joe Biden today at the White House. It's not that we don't understand Biden is weak and was never in charge. This is just the most painful visual proof." So let's just take a look at this viral clip. And just to let you guys know, there's no sound during this video. It's only 20 seconds long, so bear with me. Look at Biden. Biden's in the back, just absolutely lost. I mean, there's no way that Biden is running this country. I mean, if it's not Obama, then it's someone else, because it cannot be Biden. Literally cannot be. Yeah, so we literally saw it right there. Obama, Harris are the ones shaking hands. They're the ones everyone goes to talk to, not Biden. Biden is just the face of it. This poor man needs to be in an elderly home, not running a country. I mean, that's my opinion. Let me know yours down below. Do you think Biden is actually the one running this country, or do you think it's Obama, taking charge behind the scenes? Let me know down below. And now I'm going to show you some more recent evidence. On the Tucker Carlson show, he had on Adam Smith. And during the show, first of all, the podcast was absolutely amazing. If you haven't seen it, check it out. They said a ton of good stuff on it. However, there was something that stood out to a lot of people. Adam Smith and Tucker Carlson said this. And again, everybody, just a quick reminder, we are playing this back at 1.25 speed. Let's take a look at what Adam Smith and Tucker Carlson said.
Toyota. It's like, oh, actually, you're defrauding.
Michelle Obama goes to Princeton for free and has been the ruling class her whole life.
Yeah.
And she's still lecturing you about how she's a victim of racism. Hillary Clinton, exact same thing. Goes to Wellesley, spends her entire life in the ruling class, and she's still whining about how she's discriminated against. Why are they doing that?
Yeah. And did you ever see, they'll have like pictures of
Really quick, speaking on that point, when he said that, the first person I thought of was Princess Meghan, Prince Harry's wife. She is always, or not as much anymore, but I remember a year or two ago, she was always saying how her life is so hard because of her skin color, when in reality, I'm not denying that she maybe hasn't had a hard life, but she is married to royalty. Compared to the average person, she cannot relate to them literally in the slightest. They don't even have even close to the same kind of life. You know, I just want to throw that out there because when I was watching that, she was literally the first that came to my mind. And Tucker Carlson and Adam Smith are going to go even more into it. And yeah, that's literally all I have to say about it. If you know, you know. She has been all over the media, you know, pushing this agenda when she literally lives a life of royalty. Nevertheless, let's just get right back into the video.
Side by side, but it'll be like pictures of like Jimmy Carter's house and Obama's house.
Exactly.
And it totally represents something about the like corroding of our soul. That like we would allow people who call themselves public servants, which of course is ridiculous, they're not, but still, they don't even have to pretend to keep up a facade of that. Like,
exactly.
You get to live in this insane, like, mansion off what? Because you were president and you get to cash in on that now?
In a white neighborhood, you should be required to live in the hood if you're Barack Obama. And
if you're using that card.
You use that card. The only reason you got elected was because of your race. You spent your entire 8 years inflaming race hate in our country. And then you go to Martha's Vineyard, the whitest zip code in the world? Not allowed. Yeah. You're not allowed to do that.
Well, it also, I mean, it did so much damage, his inflaming racial hatred. And I'll say after, you know, Barack Obama's campaign in 2008, first of all, it was just leaving how you feel about the guy aside, it was an amazing campaign. It was unlike anything that had ever been run before.
It was genius.
Yes, it was totally brilliant. It was now, of course, it wasn't what they presented it as. It wasn't like a grassroots campaign. He was approved of by the powers that be. He didn't just happen to, as a junior senator, get like a primetime speaking slot in 2004 where he gave that speech.
He wasn't even a senator yet.
Was he a state senator still at the time?
That's when I first met Barack Obama.
Yeah.
Walking down the street, smoking a cigarette in Boston on my way to dinner at the Palm. I'll never forget it. And I met him and Jesse Jackson Jr. They pulled over to say hi to me.
Really?
I'd never heard his name, and I covered politics for a living.
Right.
And he gave the keynote at the end of that week. That was Sunday night. He spoke on Thursday. And yeah, he was not a U.S. senator. Right. That was the campaign. It was great. It was absolutely crazy.
So it was clearly kind of orchestrated by some powerful
by the
people.
Pritzker family, of course.
But listen, the speeches that he gave, and much of the message, first off, there's probably a lot of things that I would have agreed with him that he was running on. I agreed with a lot of things George W. Bush ran on in the year 2000.
Well, I'll tell you what I agreed with.
He turned around and didn't govern like that at all.
Let's sort of like elect the black guy and get past the race stuff. I loved that.
Well, especially because that was his message.
That was his message.
Like, let's get past the race stuff.
I love that.
He goes, there was a broader, more unifying thing. I mean, I remember because he was such a powerful, like public speaker. I mean, he never really said anything. But it would still be beautiful.
Yes.
I remember in his acceptance speech at 2008 at the DNC, we had this whole line where he was like, I love this country, and so do you, and so does John McCain. The men and women who have fought for this country have been Republicans and Democrats and independents, but they fought together and died together, not defending a red America or a blue America, the United States of America. And then it's like, he didn't really say anything there, but but it was beautifully put.
I'm 100% for that.
Yeah, the message was great.
And everything they just said, I literally couldn't have put it better myself. So when I think of Obama, looking back in hindsight, he really didn't do much for the country at all. However, I still would understand why people voted for him in the first place. But especially with the racial stuff, I saw where he was coming from. I saw why people liked him. It was just such a shame that he didn't end up really doing anything. Everything he was saying was just a facade, and when it came to the actual action, nothing really got done. And that's why I'm a fan of Trump, because Trump does say stuff, he does talk a lot, but he backs it up. He puts words into action, which I think as a president is something we really, really need nowadays. Now, going back to my point, I was saying I understood why people would vote for Obama. He stood for some good stuff. He was a great speaker. However, when it comes to Biden, it blows my mind why people would vote for him. He can't even walk. He can't even speak. He obviously is just lost in time, has crippling dementia. Again, he should be in an elderly home. The fact that people vote for Biden literally just blows my mind, and it really just shows how this woke virus has brainwashed people into thinking a certain way. Now, I'm not saying you need to like Trump, But holy, I don't know how anyone could vote for Biden. It literally blows my mind. Let me know what you guys think down below, though. Now, we all saw the absolute train wreck of a debate we had on Thursday. You know, Joe Biden was obviously not there, and Barack Obama tweeted this: "Bad debate nights happen. Trust me, I know. But this election is still a choice between someone who has fought for ordinary folks his entire life and someone who only cares about himself. Between someone who tells the truth, knows right from wrong, and will give it to the American people straight, and someone who lies through his teeth for his own benefit." Last night didn't change that, and it's why so much is at stake in November. JoeBiden.com. When I first read that, I'm like, dude, you got that backwards. You know, I would flip them. We know he's talking about Joe Biden when he says he gives it to the American people straight. I think it's the complete opposite. I think Trump gives it to the American people straight, and Joe Biden doesn't. He's just trying to push some woke agenda on everyone. And the reason why I'm showing you guys this is because Barack Obama is clearly, you know, biased. There's no way. The fact that he's saying good things about Biden after that debate just really shows you how corrupt he is and how it's not about the best candidate, it's about him staying in power. Again, my opinion, let me know what you guys think down below. And now to move forward, I'm sure a lot of you know who this is. His name's Charlie Kirk, and what he says in this video is extremely shocking, extremely true. It's scary, and Charlie Kirk is going to break this down as crystal clear as one could. Let's take a look at what he said.
What the Democrats are doing is a deliberate plan of destruction against the United States of America. This is not that Joe Biden does not, well, he doesn't really know where he is, but that's a separate issue. His team knows what they're doing. They hate the country. They have bitterness for this republic, and they are making intentional steps to ruin it. In the 1970s, there were two Marxist communist political philosophers, Cloward Piven, who wrote a document saying that we are going to turn America into a communist country by doing three things. We will destroy the US dollar by printing trillions of dollars we do not have. We will build a deep state of government agents that will go after everyday citizens and that will absorb the private sector. And we will open up the southern border of the United States to allow tens of millions of third worlders to come into the country. This is called the Cloward-Piven strategy. Trillions of dollars we do not have. A deep state administrative state that is destroying the country and is locking up our political dissidents and allowing the third world to come into America. It is not a mistake or an accident what Joe Biden is doing. It is intentional, and therefore it is evil what he is doing. He is a traitor to the United States of America.
Wow, what could you even say to that? It's as crystal clear as it can possibly be. People on the right are screaming and screaming for people to open their eyes to this, but I don't know. I feel like it's just happening right in front of us. Very scary stuff, and we still have more information to go. And trust me, I can make videos on this all day long. If you guys like this video and you like seeing Obama get brutally exposed, let me know. Because when I was making this video, I had to leave information out just so this video wouldn't be, like 5 hours long. Of course, exaggeration, but if you guys want a part 2, I could easily make a part 2, so let me know down below. And now here's a video from Tucker Carlson, literally, again, proving what Charlie Kirk said with a different set of facts and data points. And really quickly, before I roll this clip, this is not the clip of Tucker Carlson exposing Obama's dirty, dirty secret. That is coming up right after this video, so stay tuned for that. And trust me, this video is not as shocking, but it does say a lot about this country right now. Let's check this out.
The numbers you need to understand. Yale University released a study last week by 3 researchers, all of them liberal, I believe, who concluded that the actual number of illegal aliens in this country is not 11 million, it's north of 22 million. 22 million. Fact 1. Fact 2. The Democratic Party is now, as a matter of policy, calling for the...
Sorry, really quick, I just want to pause it there because I've been saying for the longest time that there's no way it's 11 million. It has to be much higher. And, hearing Tucker say that, especially nowadays, is definitely much, much higher. But hearing Tucker say that, it's good.
Legalization of all illegals in this country. Citizenship, voting rights. 22 million new voters. Fact 3. The overwhelming majority of first-time immigrant voters vote Democrat. Fact 4. The largest margin in American presidential history was 17 million votes, 1984 election between Mondale and Reagan.
And Reagan, yeah.
17 million. You would add to our voter rolls 22 million, at least, permanent electoral majority in perpetuity. That's what this is about. It's not about making the country better, serving our labor needs, helping the population. It's about putting Democrats in power forever. That is the truth of our immigration debate, period. The numbers you need.
Exactly. That is exactly it. It's not about, it's so funny how the government is always saying how they want to help people. They want to keep everyone safe. They want to do this. They want to do that. But in reality, it has nothing to do with keeping citizens safe, or at least a very, very minimal part is the government actually looking out for people. The biggest majority of it is just the government, or not the government, but the people in government wanting to stay in power. It's keeping the powerful very powerful. I mean, that's what they want to do. They want to stay in power. They want to keep making money on this corrupt stuff that they like to push onto people, and it's literally as simple as that. And now, what I'm about to show you is gonna absolutely blow your mind. Obama today was trending on Twitter, getting tweet after tweet after tweet. And the video that I kept seeing was this one I'm about to show you right now. Now, this video was not released yesterday. However, just recently, within the past 24 to 48 hours, this video has been circulating a lot and getting a ton of traffic. As you can see, this one has 1.1 million views, and this is not the biggest one I saw, the biggest repost I saw. I mean, if this is true, this is crazy evidence. Now, it's Tucker Carlson saying it, and I believe Tucker Carlson a lot more than these other politicians. I'm actually a huge fan of Tucker Carlson. So when I watched this video, I took it at face value. However, of course, you cannot believe what everyone says online and yada yada yada. But man, I think Tucker Carlson is a pretty trustworthy guy. Let me know what you think. I'm not saying this is fact, but it's just very interesting stuff. This video is absolutely nuts, and I can't wait for you guys to see it, and I want to know what you think of it down below. So without further ado, check this out.
On government. You know, in 2008, it became really clear that Barack Obama had been having sex with men and smoking crack. And a guy came forward, Larry Sinclair, and said, I'll sign an affidavit. And he did. I'll take a lie detector. And he did. I smoked crack with Barack Obama and had sex with him. Well, that was obviously true. Nobody reported it, not because they were squeamish about sex or drugs, but because the Obama campaign said anyone who reports on this gets no access to the Obama campaign on government. You know,
and now, what I was saying is, if you guys want me to make a part 2, let me know, because there's another story that goes with this. In 2008, there was a conservative reporter that threatened to release videos, maybe not of Obama's homosexual acts, but he was threatening to release videos of Obama, which who knows what that could mean, and he suddenly drops dead at 42 out of nowhere after threatening the Obama administration with that in 2008. So that was a story I left out for today because I couldn't find any hard evidence proving that it could be some foul play like this. However, I still think it's worth covering it. So let me know if you want to hear that down below. It literally goes right off of what Tucker Carlson said. Now, in addition to that, there has always been rumors and conspiracies. I've heard major people talk about it, such as, Joe Rogan. Of course, he's not a politician, but, of Michelle Obama actually being a man. Again, I do not have strong facts. I do not have strong evidence for that. I'm not saying that's fact, that's real, or anything, but it is a conspiracy that has been circulating around for quite a while. And we're hearing Tucker Carlson say it, and we're hearing a ton of other big names say it. So, I mean, I don't know. We've all seen the pictures too. The picture up on the screen right now. So, yeah, let me know what you all think about this below. This is definitely a dirty secret from Obama. Let me know your thoughts on any of the things we talked about today. I would love to hear them, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.